We're back, Alex.
Were we ever really gone?
I mean, we got a busy 2 weeks coming up here. Got three shows.
I know.
You're the one that wanted Halloween week off, so...
Yeah, of course I do.
Yeah, because you're a child. You also probably book your birthday off still.
Depends on what day of the week it is.
Okay, fair enough. Hello and welcome to Deep Cuts the Game, the movie trivia podcast where I give my three guests three movies and they try to come up with the most random, obscure, or minor actors from those films. The deeper the cut, the more points they get. I'm your host, Jeff Penn, and with me as always, the only person I know who loves D&D but dislikes Lord of the Rings, Alex Young.
That is accurate.
It's a weird thing. Like...
It's just so much walking in those movies, man. Like, listen, they're good, and when I sit and watch them, I'm like, oh, I get it. This is a really nice time. But then when it's like, time to put on Return of the King, extended edition that's like 5 hours long, I'm like, I don't have time for this. And
yeah, but I don't think anyone, like, no one does. Like, no real person has that.
Dude, I watched these during the pandemic. I had only time. We all only had time, and I just didn't get to the third one.
Fair.
I'm sure it's fine. I'm sure it all works out.
I'm sure it's fine. What's going on?
Not much. I gave you a little bit of homework this week.
You did, and I forgot about it. I had done it, like, in my brain. I thought about it and forgot about it until today when I was walking, and I thought of something. I was like, oh, that's right. Alex is going to ask me a question. So why don't you ask the question? I'll give you my answer, and we'll introduce our two guests, and they can see if they've got something different.
Sure. So my question to you was, if you had to be in a horror movie, could be something specific, could just be a genre, what would it be? And some of the examples would be like, you know, you could be in Texas Chainsaw Massacre. That probably sucks. So, like, don't do that. And you also, the caveat for this is you don't get to pick your character. Like, we'd all love to be the final girl, but you 100% could be, like, the first guy that gets killed. And they're like, maybe something weird is happening. So perhaps you wanted a vampire movie on the off chance that you could trick them into making you live forever.
Yeah, probably not. Like, I don't think the vampires look at me and go, ooh, what a sexy kind of like addition to our vampire team we're going to get. Like, you know, the Lost Boys aren't looking at me going, you know what, this guy would look great with long hair and a jangly leather jacket. So probably not that. I think where I settled was, and if you'll allow me, I would like to do like the horror comedy, and I would put myself in like Shaun of the Dead.
But zombies seem
like those are
such an issue.
Sure. Like, I'm not walking into World War Z. Like, fuck that shit. I'm not going into fast zombies. I could, with my in-depth zombie knowledge, I think I could survive, like, the 4 days that Shaun of the Dead takes. Like, honestly, had he just stayed in his apartment, he would have been, like, locked up the house, he would have been fine. But they had this idea. We're going to go get mom. We're going to get my girlfriend, and we're going to go to the pub.
Liz,
like,
we're going to get Liz. It's part of the whole little speech.
Yeah. And that's the whole issue. Like, if like me, I would have just been like, I'm just going to stay home, and the military is going to fix this up. And at the end, Alex, you would be a zombie, and you and I could just play video games all the time. Like,
I mean, that's fair. Yeah, but there is a factor you've forgotten, which is your wife is going to be like, you have to go get Robin from school. And you'll be like, she's in Ottawa. That's not going to happen.
I mean, it's just a drive. Like,
you're not. Where are you driving anywhere in a zombie apocalypse, man? Didn't you see that Sarah Polley, Dawn of the Dead? That's like the first thing that happens.
Different movies, man. Different situation. I'm taking Shaun of the Dead, and I will fight those slow moving zombies.
Man, you can't drive on the 401 any day, even when there's not zombies, let alone during an apocalypse.
Nah, it's fine once you hit Scarborough. You're good. You're out of the city. Why don't we bring in our two guests? Unless you have something.
I do. I have my answer also.
Oh, great.
Listen, I gave it serious consideration, which is I feel like a Halloween movie.
Okay.
Because I think I have the best chance of survival in a slasher flick, but not like a Scream. Because a Scream, it's always one in the friend group, so you don't know who to trust. And I feel like as long as you stay in like a buddy system or like a throuple system where you're never alone, you're probably okay. And then eventually the killer will move on. I kind of hope for the best.
I've seen your friends and buddies. If I'm Michael Myers, I'm killing all three of you with one swing of an axe. Like, I am not concerned about you and your movie buddies stopping me. Like,
I'm just saying, that's if there's enough of you in a room.
You don't think he's coming in to get you?
Nah, he's always picking the one guy up. It's like, I'm going to go get more beer from the basement. You're like, well, Hank's done. Like,
and
Always.
you don't drink beer, so you're good.
There you go.
He's like, oh, when is Alex going to leave to go to a finely aged whiskey? And then I will kill him.
Keep it in the room with you. Come on,
you're
man.
always
Amateur
sipping.
hour.
You're sipping. Well, let's bring in our first guest. We have not seen her since episode 5 of this season, where she pinch hit for one of our players and won the game. Sandra Byles, welcome to the show.
Hello, thank you for having me back.
We're so happy to have you. Alex, honestly, the reason you haven't been back, Sandra, is because of Alex.
That doesn't surprise me at all.
No, he's like, she's too good at the game. Like, don't have her back, kind of thing. So, I mean, and I was like, all right.
No, he says that to me too.
Where would you want to put yourself in a horror film?
I mean, I wish I'd been given a heads up so I could have thought about this. But off the cuff, I'm going to go with Creature from the Black Lagoon. I'll just stay away from the water.
Yeah. I mean, Jaws is a solid answer.
Yeah.
Like, just
Oh, Jaws.
I don't really like swimming in the ocean anyway, so it's fine. Like,
yeah, just stay out of their way. They'll stay out of mine. We're good.
Yeah. And our third guest, or second guest, because Alex is not really a guest anymore. He's a co-host. We have Nick Schwartz. Nick Schwartz, welcome to the show. You are of the increasingly large friend group that we have through Brantley Palmer and Matt and Oriana and Stephen Parkhurst. So you know all those people to the point where, like, I'm afraid I'm going to start looking on Facebook and like someone's going to be having a party and they're all at it and I'm not invited, and I'll be like, oh, but I'm friends with, even though I'm like 12 hours away from everyone and I wouldn't want to go anyway. Like, I hate parties, but I do like to be included.
No, you're all invited perpetually from now on, for sure.
Well, thanks for being here, Nick. Where are you connecting with us from?
I'm in Concord, New Hampshire.
Nice, man. We got so many people in that area now, Alex. We should go down there and watch the leaves change.
You should.
Yeah, it would be nice. So, Nick, if I'm not mistaken, this is not one of the things you pointed out to me, but if I'm not mistaken, you did a podcast with Brantley. If I'm not mistaken, I'm going to say not mistaken like 9 times here, but
no, we did horror drafts. It's not it's past tense, and it's not formally dead, but Brantley's been busy doing documentaries and stuff, so we haven't recorded anything in probably a year or so.
And it's hard to start back up once you stop, which is the only reason Alex and I keep going, because I know if we stop, we'll just be like next week and be like, maybe the week after.
I'm impressed by your output. I'm just looking on Spotify. I'm like, holy shit, this is oh, sorry. Am I allowed to?
No. Oh, you can swear all you want. It's impressive there's so many episodes with so little people giving a rat's ass is the other. The second part to that is like, I can't believe they keep doing it, but nobody cares. So, well, thank you for listening to even a couple episodes.
I love it.
We saw the spike in our numbers there last week.
From, good.
From 4 to 5, so it was great. I was looking. You sent me your IMDb page because you've got some producing credits and stuff like that. Now, the one that caught my eye was, I think it's like your first thing that's on your IMDb is the Blood Grinder.
Yeah.
And just because of the characters' names, Ronnie America and Mamory Jones.
That's correct.
Just perfect. So, we don't have to get into depth into the Blood Grinder, but just because I noticed, I think Matt was part of that as well.
Yeah.
So what's the deal behind the Blood Grinder?
I'll try and condense it as much as I can.
Okay.
So let's say the Blood Grinder, we were all well, that's not true. I was a junior, and Dave, my friend Dave, who co-directed, Matt, a bunch of other kids I was in class with, they were seniors, they were graduating, and it was 2008. We were all at film school. Grindhouse had just come out, so like Grindhouse trailers were like, like a hit thing. And I think it was Dave's project. He had to do a project for an editing course. And there were like very few parameters. So we were like, we'll make a Grindhouse trailer. I'll help you out. What do we make it on? So the Blood Grinder was an entry on, if you're familiar with the site Something Awful, the Awful movie database. So we basically took an entry. I think it was called Wes Craven's The Blood Grinder. And all the character names came from that. I wish we'd come up. Well, Mamory Jones was ours, unfortunately. Sorry, that was that was ours. And so we just did it. We did a fake Grindhouse trailer, and it they were kind enough to repost it on Something Awful, so it did pretty good on YouTube. that was like, in the infancy of YouTube. So we had a few thousand views in a day, which seemed like a big deal. So we're like, we'll do a feature. And we did a feature with like a shoestring budget, and it played in a couple theaters, amazingly. And it's wildly embarrassing and offensive. Matt stars in it. But I'm still really proud of it.
He's Ronnie America, yes.
He is Ronnie America. And we, for like, I guess the past 20 years, we've been like, oh, we should bring this property back and whatever. So we worked on a feature script, and we've actually been refining a script for like 10 years now. It's been submitted to a few film festivals. It's been featured as part of like some script competitions, and hopefully someday that'll come to fruition.
Now you've got another project that it sounded like you were hoping to start working on soon. That was the Lawrence Connolly,
yes,
that you're doing something called Shooting Evil, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, it's a micro short that he wrote.
Okay, and so that's you and Matt again.
Yes.
So I'm not super familiar with Lawrence Connolly. What is kind of the gist of his writing?
He's a genre author, sci-fi horror. He's been around for a long time. He's been published in a bunch of stuff. I think he was a Bram Stoker nominee. But probably the thing you know him most for is he has got a working relationship with David Slade, the director.
Okay.
So if you've seen Nightmare Cinema, the anthology that Mick Garris did a couple years ago, he wrote the story that David Slade's piece was based on. It's called Traumatic Descent. It's the one that's in black and white. If you know the movie, it's the strongest of the four, in my opinion. But yeah, so he's written a bunch of stuff, and he just released a book yesterday, I think, called Minutemen, which is like a superhero thing he's been doing with his brother for a long time, about like a group of, I think, Iraq War vets who undergo some experimentation after a grave injury, and they all get superpowers, but the catch is they can only use them for 60 seconds at a time, so they can't ever be like separated from the rest of their group. So I haven't read it, just came out, but yeah, that's his latest work.
Nice. Now I'm going to ask you one more question, but I'm going to wait.
Go for it.
Because so first of all, to answer Alex's question, where are you putting yourself, if you can, in a horror film or genre that you think you would survive?
So just to clarify, because everyone seems to be like, if I'm literally in a horror movie and the horror movie is happening for real, but you did just say like, if you had to be in a horror movie, so acting, I mean, when you said Texas Chainsaw would suck, I mean, I know the experience on set, it probably would have sucked just to be an actor on that film. So if I'm acting, I might have a very different answer. If I'm in an actual movie, I would say...
I mean in real life, like a real life
that's what I figured.
Horror
Yeah, I'm just playing semantics, I guess. Gothic haunted house story, for a few reasons, my favorite genre, but also I can't think, like, if I had to die in a horror movie, it seems like the cleanest, least painful. Like I die of a heart attack or something from being too scared. Like I don't want to be.
You're petrified to death. Yeah, you're not going to be like, nobody wants House of 1,000 Corpses,
exactly,
or anything.
Nobody's
like that.
picking Saw, like,
right?
Yeah, for sure. So, yeah, no one. Yeah, like Alex said, no slashers.
No slashers.
The Scream movies do at the end seem to all fall down to someone like getting a gun and shooting a bunch of people.
Mm-hmm. That's true.
Which, yeah, like even Scream 1, like. At the end, there's a gun. Scream 2, there's a gun. It's like everyone's got a gun in a movie that's supposed to be a slasher.
Right.
So I want to ask you this question, but I don't want to give anything away because I did not know this about you until you sent me some of your information yesterday.
Okay.
But you were mentioning how you worked on a film when you were in university or college, I guess, and you were able to get your uncle to come be in the movie.
Yes.
Your uncle being
Martin Landau.
Yeah. So how fun is that? Where everyone's like, "Oh, I can get my cousin. He was in like a commercial for, like Cars for Kids or something like that." And you're like, "Oh, well, I could see if my uncle wants to do it." And like, "Well, who's your uncle?" "Oh, it's Martin Landau." Yeah. So that's awesome. Like, how well did you know him? Uncle. Sometimes people say uncle, and it's like, oh, it's uncle through marriage, and I don't really know him, kind of thing. But what was your relationship to him going into this?
Yeah, so he's my great uncle. He's my dad's uncle on my dad's side, obviously. Okay. I knew him. I'd met him several times. I didn't know him well because we lived on opposite sides of the country. But he knew. I mean, he was really close with my dad when my dad was growing up. So like he knew who I was. But all the same, it was like a pipe dream. And I was like, well, it would be stupid of me not to ask. And everyone in my family was like, he's going to say no, like, don't bother. But he said yes. So that was never hurts to ask.
Yeah, no, that's how we've gotten all of our premium guests is like you ask, either they don't respond, which is fine, or sometimes they're like, oh, thanks for the offer, but I can't. And you're like, and honestly, I'm like, that was more than I was expecting from.
It's super chill of them to do that,
Yeah. So just acknowledge. And then when they say yes, you're like, that's awesome. So now, what kind of film did you make with your great uncle Martin Landau? Like, was it in the horror genre, or did you guys do like some sort of rom-com?
Yeah, it was. It was just me and him in it. No, we. It was a 30-minute sci-fi horror. It's basically The Fly. It follows the same, or it's like a Frankenstein story. So very much like Jeff Goldblum's The Fly. So it was a horror film. He was not in any horror adjacent scenes or anything. He played a reporter, or the owner of a newspaper, I believe. But yeah, it was fun. It was like we had a crew of like 13 people, and we shot for like 10 or 12 weekends. It's like a year-long project, and he came from one of them. And it was like, we went to a small college, so it was kind of like a big deal. So like a bunch of events were planned around that, and I was like, we got to shoot this freaking movie. But it was like, we got to do an interview at the newspaper. It's a small New Hampshire town, so he was.
Yeah, it's great that he can help you out for this, but he's here for us to shoot a movie with him in it, and we have him for 2 days.
2 days.
So yeah, so let's but that's awesome. I wish I had, my last name's Penn, but I have no relation to Sean. And so he owes me nothing, and he will not come on the podcast.
Did you ask?
I didn't ask. You gotta ask.
I asked his brother Michael. He did not respond to me. I figured that was a bit easier get. Was Michael? Sean, I don't think has a lot of social media presence.
That's right.
And I don't have a lot of like contacts with like agents. If you can believe it, Alex. I don't know who reps him. So, well, why don't we jump into Deep Cuts the Game? The first thing we do is I'm going to give you the name of an actor or an actress. And from there, you are going to try to tell me what are they best known for according to IMDb. So if it was Harrison Ford, you would say one of the Star Wars films or Indiana Jones or something like that. It's not Harrison Ford. It is Tilda Swinton. So you're looking for whatever is at the top of her IMDb known for. And Sandra, we're going to go with you first. What do you think is highest up on her list? I'll tell you this. There is no TV. They are all films. And she's an incredible actress with a very strange IMDb page.
Yeah.
But I can't say that I disagree with it. But that being said, I only knew she was in one of these films.
Okay.
But I honestly couldn't say, oh, well, this one, like some of them, but she's got like, sometimes she just pops up and stuff where she has such a small but memorable part in the film. And that might be what some of these are. So what would you say is the highest up on her list?
Okay, I'm not going to overthink. I'm going to go with Michael Clayton.
That's good.
Clayton. Nick, what do you think?
This might be an embarrassing way to start off this episode because I've never seen this movie, but for some reason, the only thing that's coming to mind, was she in the Suspiria remake?
Yep.
Yeah, she was.
Okay. I mean, that's recent enough that that's the only thing I can come up with. So that's got to be my answer.
All right. Very good. And Alex.
I've got like 3, but I'm going to say because maybe it's Halloween and perhaps you've been looking up like Halloween lists, like Only Lovers Left Alive.
Well, 2 of you actually scored. I will tell you the other things that are on her list that nobody said. Snowpiercer. We need to talk about Kevin.
Oh, I almost said that one.
I mean, I will say like that is kind of like the thing I remember her the most from, but I never would have thought it would have been her number 1 on IMDb.
Is it her number 1?
It's her number 1.
Wow.
Snowpiercer's number 2. The Chronicles of Narnia movies she's in are pretty big. You honestly, someone could have been like, she's in the Avengers as the Ancient One. Like, I know nobody remembers her from that, but like it did make like
Constantine.
Yeah,
Constantine would be a good one. But it's not those. So at number 3, Michael Clayton.
Nice.
Well done.
At number 4, Suspiria.
Son of a bitch.
All right.
So well done, Nick. But
Thank you.
Sandra, you're higher up on the list. Where would you like to go? 1, 2, or 3?
I'll go first.
Sandra going number 1. Smart. Nick, 2 or 3?
The snake style thing weirds me.
Yeah, so you'll go.
Yeah.
We'll go 1, 2, 3, 3, 2, 1. So
can't do the
being
2
number
picks in a
2
row.
is
Yeah.
It's a
We'll do
safe
that.
place. And Alex, you get your number 3 spot. Perfect.
Great.
All right. So the 3 movies for tonight. Now, Nick, you are a big fan of The Shining.
That is correct.
Shining, not a ton of people in that film, so it's not something I could really cart out for this game unless, you were going to tell me you knew who the guy was that interviews Jack for the job or something like that. So instead,
The actor, I have his.
you probably do. So,
I do. I have his driver's permit.
That's so cool.
So from 2019, though,
Okay.
Dr. Sleep.
Okay.
Deeper cast. From 2000, we were talking about this franchise a little earlier. Scream 3.
Interesting.
For people who want to remember, that is the one where they are making a movie in Hollywood, and a lot of it is on set of that movie. The third film, and I had picked this movie and watched it last week before. It is Sleepy Hollow from 1999.
Is that deep?
It's deep if you know your English actors.
So no, then.
I mean, I've got 15 names written down. I can't say that all of them are household names, but they are of note. And I will say Sleepy Hollow, the start of that movie is a lot like Hot Fuzz. In the sense that there is a cop who's like way too eager to do his job and then gets shipped off to some town by all the cops who are just sick and tired of his bullshit. The only difference being Sleepy Hollow actually they're sending him there because there's a bunch of crime that they're aware of. Whereas in Hot Fuzz, they're just like, we're just sick and tired of you, go away. So while the 3 of you are writing down some names and figuring out who is in these 3 movies, let's hear a word from our sponsors.
The year is 2023. In a world full of movie podcasts comes the only one, I think, that takes the name of the host and combines it with one of the world's most popular streaming services. Nick Flicks, what's in the queue?
All right, we are back with Deep Cuts the Game. Alex Young, Sandra Byles, Nick Schwartz. 3 movies, Scream 3, Sleepy Hollow, and Dr. Sleep. Sandra, you elected to go first. What is your deepest cut?
All right, I'm going to go with Dr. Sleep. I'm going to go with my deepest cut. Danny Lloyd from the original Shining is in the Little League audience.
Yeah, he is watching the game. He is just credited as spectator. Well done. He's literally like, he's not worth the most points, but he is on the bottom of my cast list because, but I guess if you know these movies, you are probably aware of Danny Lloyd being in it. So 15 points for Danny Lloyd. It's a good start. Nick, it's your first time on Deep Cuts.
It is.
What's your deepest cut?
This is not my deepest cut, but I'm going to start with it just in case.
Get it off the
with
board,
my uncle,
sure.
Martin Landau, in the beginning of Sleepy Hollow.
That's right. He gets decapitated. Martin Landau, 4 spoilers from the movie from 26 years ago. All about a headless horseman. Yes. He is worth 12 points.
Great.
Well done. Alex, you get 2 in a row. What's your first 2 deep cuts?
I'm going to do 2 from Dr. Sleep because the one I know the best. Everything else is going to be guesses. But no, you know what? Nah, I'll take it. I'm going to do 1 from Dr. Fuck it. I'm going to do both from Dr. Sleep. Jacob Tremblay is famously brutally murdered in that movie.
Yeah, it's kind of sad. It's
a huge bummer.
Yeah. And because he's so cute. He's just this cute little kid who's like really good at baseball because he's cheating with his shining power. Like, I wonder how far he would have taken that. Like, do you think he goes to the
To the
major
majors,
leagues,
man.
and he's
Yeah.
just like, the kid never gets out, and it's like somebody at some point would be like, there's some bullshit going on here. This kid hits a home run every time up. He is worth 10 points, Alex, for Jacob Tremblay.
Great.
What's your second?
And I don't know her name, but she is Nathan Fillion's daughter in Castle.
Shit, well done. Who is she in the movie? Do you remember?
I think she's like either a teacher or a babysitter.
She's Mrs. Grady. She's the ghost of the previous owners of the hotel, his wife.
Oh, well remembered, Sandra. That's wild.
Is she the bathroom? Is she the bathroom?
She's a ghost.
She's
She's
the
just-
bathroom.
Yeah.
She's the bathroom. Okay, I didn't, because I was watching
Oh
something.
no,
else.
sorry, Mrs. Grady is not. No,
Yeah, no, she's
okay.
just
Yeah,
at
no,
the
sorry.
hotel. You see her like in the crowd when they like descend upon.
Yes, that's right.
Yeah, okay. So she's worth 16 points. And honestly, it was funny. I was watching the first season of
Mrs. Massey is the bathroom lady.
Okay. I was watching the first season of True Detective again this last week, and this at the same time. And I was like, was she the teacher in? And so I was getting her confused because I was like, why did I write down Molly Quinn from Castle? And I couldn't remember. But well done. That's very good.
Because I think she's also in Dr. Sleep. Or not, sorry, obviously she's in Dr. Sleep. Life of Chuck.
She's
if I'm not
friends
mistaken.
with Mike Flanagan. Yeah,
Yeah,
That
she's
would
like
make
in
sense.
that group now.
exactly.
Alex, sorry, I'm so screwed up here. Did you give me your second deep cut?
Yeah,
It was
I gave you both. The first one was Jacob Tremblay. We talked
Jacob
about
Tremblay. Okay.
it. You were so upset that he died.
Yeah. And I'm actually, you know what I'm more surprised is that you gave me Molly Quinn. That's what I'm more surprised by. I was like, oh, that was Sandra did that.
Honestly, it's only because you and I were talking about Life of Chuck like a few weeks ago. And I'm like,
Mm.
oh yeah, she's in this.
Hmm.
Locked it away in the vault.
Was she in Life of Chuck?
Yeah.
Who's she in Life of Chuck?
His
I don't
mom.
remember being on stage.
Oh, that's right. She's the mom that dies in the horrific
Yeah.
car accident. Yes, at the very beginning. Well done. Nick, we are back to you with your second deep cut.
Yes. Okay. I'm gonna go Dr. Sleep 2. And I'm gonna go with young Danny Torrance, who is played by Roger Dale Floyd, who was also in Greenland, I believe. I follow him on Instagram.
Well done.
So, thank you.
Yeah, I saw his name and I wrote it down only because he plays young Danny. I was like, well, nobody will know who this fucking guy is, but luckily I wrote it down. So 16 points for Roger Dale Ford, young Danny Torrance. Well done. Sandra, we're back to you. Get 2 in a row. What's your second and your third deep cuts?
Okay, I'm going to switch over to Scream 3. There's 2 police detectives. One's fairly well known. The other one's an indie actor I really like, Josh Pace, P-A-I-S.
What would you say is your best? What do you know Josh Pace from? It's
First,
a weird thing that I know him from, but
Touchy
what's
Feely is
yours?
my touchstone for him. Lynn Shelton movie that I really enjoyed.
See, I was going to say Gentleman Broncos for
Okay.
some reason because he is like the chaperone when they're going to the writing thing with Jermaine Clement, and yeah.
He's also in You Hurt My Feelings, and he plays himself, and it's very funny.
So he's worth 11 points because, yeah, for the most part, he is just an indie comedy guy. But well done. What's your third deep cut?
I'm going to go with my tried and true voice of the Ghostface, Roger Jackson.
Well done.
Yep. Roger Jackson is becoming worth less points the more
Fair.
often we do Scream movies, Alex. Like when we first did it, he was like 12. Then he was 10. He's worth 8 points right now because, yeah, he's on, and I think he's like 5th build in the movie at this point because they're like, yeah, he's in every single one of these. Roger Jackson for 8 points. Nick, we're back to you with your third deep cut.
Yeah, this one's probably not that deep, but I'll just go with Jason Mewes from Scream 3.
See, this is where I thought Alex was going to go.
When I was going back and forth, that was one of them.
I was like, I know he knows Mewes is in this film. So yeah, Jason Mewes for 11 points. So we're to you, Alex. What's your third deep cut? And then we'll give you guys a point breakdown at the halfway mark.
Well, I'm going to have to take the other half.
You better.
For that one. Well, it's still on the board.
He's going to be worth 11 points as well. Well done. So at the halfway point, Alex, you have 37 points. Nick, you have 39 points. Sandra, you have 34 points. So you're all within 5 of each other. So it's very good. And Nixie, you were very worried. You were emailing like you were.
I was a mess. I'm not going to be honest with you.
And that's why I was like, he'll be okay with Dr. Sleep. Like I know you'll.
Yeah,
pull
that
a
was
couple
very
from
kind
there.
of you.
The connection with Martin Landau was just a fluke. And then I was like, Scream 3, like even if you haven't seen it, you're gonna remember a couple people in it.
Right.
Alex, have you gotten around to seeing The Long Walk yet?
Yeah, saw it theatrically.
Okay. What'd you think?
I really liked it.
Okay.
I didn't have as much of an emotional investment in it as I thought that I would, and I also felt like it could have been like 20 minutes shorter. I was saying to Sandra like a week or two ago that like the third act, when it's just we're down to like the final 6 or whatever, and I'm like,
Yeah.
Let's just start knocking them off, guys. Like, come on. We've been walking for days. This is a Lord of the Rings situation. Come on.
You hate walking.
I do.
I did not like how they took one character and kind of split him up and made him 2 people.
It's been so long since I've read that book.
So like the Stebbins, who is like the general's daughter or son, general's son, there's this whole story, like him getting sick does not happen in the book. It's this other guy who gets sick, who's this big moose of a guy that they're like, he's gonna win. He's the one, and then he's the one that's also married, and they give that part of his story to the other guy. And I was like, what, you couldn't have one extra person in this movie?
There are too many people in it.
I mean, there's supposed to be 100 walkers, not 50. That's the other thing.
Who has time for that?
Yeah, no. And just that one night where they kill like 19 people on the hill, I was like, what the fuck is happening? And I just didn't understand why there was only like 9 people watching the race. Like in the book, there's thousands. The streets are just packed with people to the point where like it was, like clearly this movie could have used a couple extra million to kind of like help stack the.
I think it's fine. At no point was it there. I'm like, this movie looks cheap. Like it's a bunch of dudes walking. It's fine.
I didn't understand how they were funding the ultimate prize when nobody's watching this and there's no TV broadcasting it.
There is. They have cameras on the tanks. What are you talking about?
Wasn't the same, Alex.
The whole thing's a live broadcast.
It's garbage.
Oh my
all right, we are back, and it's you, Alex.
We never left. We're back.
We're back to the regular part of our show. What is your 4th deep cut?
I didn't do my last one, unless we got to start doing leads for Dr. Sleep. A gentleman also in the Mike Flanagan camp, who I hope to meet next weekend at Frightmare in the Falls in Niagara, Henry Thomas.
Nice.
Yep. Which, I don't know if I knew it was him the first time I watched this movie.
I did not until somewhat recently when I was looking up like all of his filmography for Frightmare, and I'm like, oh my god, he's Jack Nicholson.
Yeah, because in my mind, I was like, oh, is this Jack Nicholson's son playing him? Because he's in Smile. Yeah, I thought he's in Smile 2, and he's in some other stuff, and I was like, oh, maybe he played his dad. That would make sense because they look somewhat alike. And then the more I'm watching, I'm like, oh fuck, that's Henry Thomas. Like, holy shit. Well done. Well remembered, Alex. 10 points for Henry Thomas. Nick, back to you with your 4th deep cut. We've got a very, very close game.
I'm going to go Dr. Sleep 2, another cast member playing Shining fixture, I guess. I'm using the wrong word. But Alex or Alexandra Esso, I think, plays Wendy Torrance.
That's right. Yeah.
Well done.
She's worth 9 points. She's got a little bit more screen time than Henry, but she's not super famous. So well done. Sandra, it's a close game. You're down a little bit, but I feel like you've got something. What are your 4th and your 5th deep cuts?
Okay. I'm going to stick with Dr. Sleep. I don't know the actress's name. She plays the young girl that gets taken in by our villains. She was on, I know her from TV. She was on Revenge. She was on Code Black. Yeah.
Wow.
I don't remember.
A lot of network TV.
I watch a lot of network TV, guys.
You're the one. Thank you.
I'm the one keeping you in business. Yep.
No. I was going to say the thing I know her from is she is like kind of the love interest in The Babysitter and The Babysitter 2 movies. She is his like next door neighbor that he takes her dad's car at the end. And then she shows up in the second one. And I think she's kind of the villain in the second one, if I'm not mistaken. If you haven't seen the Babysitter movies, they're really good. Her name is Emily Allen Lind. So she is worth 9 points. What is your 5th deep cut, Sandra?
I'm going to go back to Scream 3. The beginning, one of our first kills. It's a blonde actress. I'm really hoping I get this right because there's 2 of them and I get them confused because they both played icy moms in teen soap operas. She's the mom from Gossip Girl, though. It's Kelly Rutherford.
I don't know if she's in Gossip Girl, but you were right with the name.
Thank God. There's a Kelly
can't
Rowan and there's a Kelly Rutherford, and they were the moms
Mm.
in the OC and the moms in Gossip Girl, and I get them confused all the time.
Yeah, I think Kelly Rowan is the OC, so I think you're right. I wrote down Melrose Place for Kelly
Yes,
Rutherford.
perfect.
That was my touchstone for her. So she is worth 10 points. Yeah, she is the first kill in Scream 3. So well done. Nick, what's your 5th deep cut? Got 2 to go here.
So I don't know if this will count. I don't know the full name, and I don't know anything else he's in. But I think
Okay.
Dr. Sleep, the guy who plays Dick Halloran, is named Carl something.
I'm gonna give that to you because it's and even if you did know his last name, I don't know how to pronounce it.
Okay, yeah. Is it
The
can't
thing
think
you
of it.
know him from is from the Addams Family movies. He is Lurch.
Is he really? No, I didn't.
Oh, wait, are we talking about
What?
the same guy?
No,
wait,
no,
who we-
can't
no,
be
no,
right.
no.
Wait, who?
For
Which
Dick
guy are you?
Halloran?
Dick Halloran.
Oh, Dick. So I heard Carl. Okay.
The actor's
hear- I-
name is Carl.
Wait, then maybe I'm thinking of someone different.
No,
There is
you're
a
right.
Carl.
You're right.
Oh, okay.
You're right.
So which character in Doctor Sleep are we talking here?
Like Scatman Crothers' character.
Yes.
Oh, okay. Yes. Well cast with that guy, right?
Yeah, he was one of the stronger of the recast characters.
Yeah.
And famously played Lurch in the Addams Family.
No. So
He's versatile.
he's worth 9 points as well. So well done. Alex, you're down to your last 2 in a super tight game. What's your 5th and your 6th deep cuts?
2 of these are shots in the dark because I don't. One is fully a guess, and the other is hope I'm remembering correctly. But does Jamie Kennedy have a cameo in the third one?
He
'Cause
does.
I know he dies in the second one.
He's on video. He's on
Yeah.
video telling him, is like, you're in, he gives the whole synopsis. He's like, it's the third one. All rules are off, blah, 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 bullshit kind of thing. So Jamie Kennedy for 8 points, Alex.
Great. And this is 100% a guess. Is Helen Bonham Carter in Sleepy Hollow? She must be, right?
I think
She's
not?
She is.
Is she not like the witch or something?
No, she's definitely not.
Oh my god. Well, that's fine.
Ouch. Oh, it's gonna be such a good finish to this game. And you threw up an X. Nick, it's still super tight. What's your 6th deep cut?
I'm running low. I'm gonna go with Liev Schreiber in Scream 3. He's in the beginning, I think.
He is, yes. He is the second kill. He is not at this point. He is a talk show host.
That's right.
And he is worth 5 points.
All right, I'll take it.
Better than no points. So
Yeah.
well done.
Sandra? What? Not you, Sandra, my wife. Sandra, my guest on the show. What is your final deep cut?
Okay, I trying to decide which of these I think is going to get me the most points. Okay, I'm gonna go with. I'm pretty sure he has a cameo. Oh no, I don't want to risk it. I don't want to risk it. Okay, I'm gonna go with the little girl in Doctor Sleep at the beginning who gets killed. She's a little girl in Haunting of Hill House. She's
Oh,
in
nice.
Megan, Violet something.
Yeah, Violet McGraw.
McGraw.
She actually plays a character named Violet. Her name is Violet. It's really sad because she gets killed too. This movie, like, whereas The Shining is like, no, Danny's getting away.
Yeah.
This movie is like every kid dies. Like, it's horrible. If they don't die, we're gonna kill their family. So things do not work out well for kids in this movie. Violet McGraw, she's worth 12 points, Sandra.
Well done.
So
Very
done.
nice.
Well done. Well done. Let's see.
Can I ask for one that I was gonna do, and I went with my Helen Bonham Carter instead? Christopher Walken. What's he worth?
Oh,
Can't be much.
Christopher, not much. He is the Headless Horseman. He's 4 points, Alex.
So better than 0. Okay, fair enough.
It is. It's 4 points as opposed to 0.
It's
So
400% better.
things we didn't say. Matthew Lillard has supposedly a cameo in Scream at, like, it's one of those, like, I can't verify it, but it is on the IMDb page. Wes Craven is in it.
I had him
Almost
with a
said
question
him.
mark.
Yeah, I almost said him, and I'm like, I don't want to risk it.
Carrie Fisher would have been a decent one. She's in the records thing, and they're like, "Hey, aren't you?" And she's like, "No." She's like, just looks like Carrie Fisher. Jamie Kennedy's sister, Heather Matarazzo, who's in like some of the more recent Scream movies as the mom of the twins that are in Scream 5 and 6. Patrick Warburton is a security guard for. Who is he a security guard for? Parker Posey.
Yeah.
I think he's Parker Posey's security guard. Emily Mortimer is in it. Jenny McCarthy. From we had last week, Alex, Waiting for Guffman. Matt Kessler plays the Dewey, the cop in the Stab movie. The African-American actor, his name is Dion Richmond, and I always thought he was, but he used to be Kenny on the old Cosby Show.
Really?
Yeah, he was this like little kid on the Cosby Show. Lance Henriksen is the director of the film. That's all mad that it's getting shut down. Roger Corman is the producer. So you could have scored a bunch of points just by going through those guys. And then after that, you did really good. The chief of police is Richmond Arquette, who was also in Waiting for Guffman, and he is David Arquette's dad. Sleepy Hollow. Yeah, you were right, Alex. Not a ton of well-known like names in this one, but Christopher Lee is in it. Lisa Marie, Richard Griffiths from the Harry Potter films, Jeffrey Jones, not worth a ton of points. Michael Gambon. A lot of Harry Potter people show up in this thing. And then Dr. Sleep, you guys pretty much ran the board. Like I was saying, the guy who plays Lurch, Carl Streaken is in it. And then Bruce Greenwood has a small part. He's also kind of in that Mike Flanagan kind of world now. And then the guy who is hunting the girl in Dr. Sleep is the Native American actor. His name's Zane McLaren from Res Dogs. And he's in everything nowadays. So the final scores, Alex, 55.
Not bad.
So if you'd add Christopher Walken to that, you would have been at 59, which would have been a little less than Nick at 63, and Sandra at 65.
Wow.
So Sandra, keeping
Close
it
game.
going. Another
game.
win. Nick, no shame in putting
No,
up a 63.
Okay. Yeah.
Even though your uncle was in one of the movies.
Yeah,
It seems a little unfair.
Whatever, I'll take it.
Yeah. It's like, you know, when we bring on Michael Cudlitz in like 2 of the movies, he's in. So, but no, this was a good game. Well done. Sandra, who would you like to suggest as a future guest on Deep Cuts the Game? It could be someone, hey, we've thrown out big names before and never gotten them. So feel free to throw out whoever you want. It could be just a friend or an actor or, you know, whatever.
I'm going to go with, I don't know her personally. She's a podcaster and author, but her name is Mallory O'Mara. She wrote The Lady from the Black Lagoon, about the woman who was the makeup artist and the creator of the Creature of the Black Lagoon.
Oh, nice.
Prosthetics and everything, who got written out of history because sexism. And she wrote one this year called The Daughter of Daring, about one of the first female, well, I think the first female stunt woman in like the early days of silent films. So she's very cool. She's got 2 podcasts of her own. I think she'd be fun.
Perfect. Thank you very much for that suggestion. We'll let you go first, Sandra. Where can do you want people to find you on social media? It's like some people don't want to be found. Is there anything people can you know, you're a big horror fan. I know you and Alex do like the horror trivia on the last Wednesday of every month. So you must have one coming up next week. Or is it
I
the week
can't make
after?
it, by the way.
I was
Sandra.
just about to say,
mentioned
I
this
don't know.
earlier.
Do we have horror trivia this month? Someone
I was
was
supposed to tell you
supposed
like
to
a week
text
ago.
me
I
a
can't.
week
I got a
ago.
conflict.
It's fine. I figured when I hadn't
Sorry.
heard from you. Yeah, you can find me on my Instagram, Cinephile Sandra. I'm on Letterboxd as well. You can see all the horror shit I'm watching. I'll be at Toronto After Dark this week, but that'll be over by the time this comes out. But yeah.
Perfect. Well, thank you for being here again, and thank you for like being so good at the game.
Thank you for
Alex
having me
will
back.
message me like immediately after, be like, "No more Sandra. She can't be on the show anymore."
None of this happens.
No, I know it doesn't happen. Nick, once again, thanks for coming out.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, I know you're on Instagram. Do you want to give your handle on Instagram so people can find you and see all the stuff you got there for The Shining and
Oh,
stuff
sure.
like that?
Yeah, it's darling light of my life with underscores between every word.
Okay. Perfect. We will tag you in everything and
Wonderful.
let people know.
Thanks.
Thanks very much, and good luck putting together
Thank you.
your films coming up. And if you get them done and you want a very, very small scope of people to hear about it, feel free to come back on the podcast. We'd be happy to help promote it, and would love to hear more about it.
Thanks. Yeah, I would love to. This was a blast. Thank you all. It was nice meeting you. And yeah, I would definitely do this again. Great time.
Alex Young, what's coming up with you? I know it's Halloween, so it's like your favorite time of the year.
It is, but I've like nothing interesting to say other than my.
What are
usual-
you dressing up for as this year, Alex? Are you doing a couple?
Honestly,
costumes?
nothing this year. I don't think I'm going to go out for Halloween. I think I'm going to like hang out and
Okay.
stay in.
That's fine. You're a grown up now. You don't have to go out.
I'm gonna go trick or treating in my neighborhood. No, last 2 years I feel like we really knocked out the park with our costumes. But this year I didn't put any effort in, and I haven't given any thought. So it's too late now, man. It's October 16th. I can't bang one out in 15 days. That's insane.
All right.
But instead, I will cede my time and say, if I got stuck in a horror movie, but I got to pick my role, I want to be the classmate in a J horror that like somebody else gets cursed, but you're unaffected. But you're like, that is fucked. What happened to that guy is crazy. But then there's no actual threat to you. It's just an insane story you can tell forever.
That's pretty good. That's not bad. We're at the part here where Alex sends me the outro for the show, and I've got to read it sight unseen. Is there any notes tonight, Alex?
Yes, of course.
Okay. So what accent or okay?
I want you to do in like your best Randy Meeks. Like give me like a Jamie Kennedy in the Scream movies. You're doing this very much like the rules for surviving a horror movie style.
Okay. I mean, I just watched the second one the other night, and he's super annoying in that one because everything he does is like in an accent. Like he's like, I'm doing a British accent for that. I'm like, what the fuck is he doing? And I'm like,
do that.
Don't do that. Okay. And it was like at the point where like originally I was sad when they killed Randy. And then this time I was like, fuck that guy. I feel like Scream's a movie. Like if you're in that friend group, just walk around with a baseball bat. Like a lot, and you'll probably
get different friends immediately.
Yeah, just like sever
I'm
all
Steve
ties.
Prescott. You're like, well, bye forever. Like, I'm out.
Yeah, where do I know you from? Like, oh, you were the girl who all her friends were murdered.
Oh, Westbrook. No, I'm sorry.
I'm out. I'm hard out. Okay, let me see. Randy Meeks. I don't know if I've got a Randy Meeks in me, Alex. I
guess we'll see.
Okay.
In your own time, Jeff.
I'm just trying to think, how would he... Here are Jeff's rules for ending a podcast. Number 1, always thank the guest. Be genuine about it. They took their time out of the day to be here. Nick, Sandra, thank you both for being here. Alex and I really appreciate it. Number 2, remind people to follow the show anywhere they get their podcast and be sure to subscribe. And rule number 3, never say I'll be right back. Thanks for listening. I'm your host, Jeff Penn, and we'll see you next week. I'll be right back. Fuck. Thanks, everyone. Have a good week. See you next time.
Past the square, past the bridge, past the mills, past the stack.